What's going on, guys? It is now Friday. I'm in prep to get the car together to go to the track tonight. So I just pulled the bumper off to wipe all the dust off from me cutting the big ass hole. Going through, bolt the bumper on. One of the things we're going to test tonight. So as you see here, I have two pressure switches wired. I'm sorry, pressure sensors. One is for the CO2 for the top of the gate, so I have to leave that one. But the back pressure, you know, it's something that can be monitored every once in a while. It's not something I have to monitor all the time. And since the last few passes, we've noticed the back pressure is significantly lower than it was before. So I'm down to remove that for like a couple passes to test some stuff. So on the new turbo setup, I have a fitting welded on the charge pipe, and that is my boost reference for the lower part of the wastegate. So what I'm actually going to do is we're putting this T-fitting in line, and what I want to do is I want to plug up a pressure sensor to this, which this will tell me the pressure coming out of the turbo, you know, and then I'll be able to calculate my pressure drop in the intercooler based off of pressure going in, and then obviously the pressure going out will be based off my map sensor on the intake manifold. So I think that'll be kind of a neat test to see if my intercooler is restrictive, which I doubt it is, but hey, I'm down to at least learn this kind of data. We've been struggling trying to find the power issues with the car. The car should be a lot faster for what it is, so we're trying different things to essentially rid out options. So today, the test is big hole in the bumper for air inlet, and then the other, not really this test, but at least I'll get the knowledge. I'm gonna gain the information of the pressure drop in the intercooler. So basically last week when I was at the track, the car went 9.9 at 135. And it went down the track, no problems. So I'm basically gonna load up the exact same tune in it tonight. We're gonna make that, literally, I'm not gonna touch anything. We're gonna make the exact same pass. And I'm curious on the data between those two passes. That'll, like I said, having the fresh air coming in, I'm curious what the intake temps are gonna look like in relation to the growth. I don't care about starting and ending point. I just care about the relative scale of how much it grew during the pass. And yeah, so really the only purpose of going to the track tonight is to get 1 9-second pass to get my NHRA license finished up, because I have 5 passes completed, but the last pass last week, it was an aborted pass, so that didn't really count. So anyhow, like I said, I'm gonna bolt the car up, and then I'm going to be adding in the sensor. I'm gonna unplug this sensor, put a different sensor over here for the time being, tee it in, and I should be all good to go there. So most likely I will see you guys whenever I get the car finished and we're about to load it on the trailer. If not, I'll see you at the track. So it seems to be this is how every track event lately seems. We were ready, we beat the rain, there was no rain, and then all of a sudden here we are. So Brian, what do you think? It's upsetting?
Would not go 9s in these conditions.
It's impossible to go 9s in these conditions.
Not impossible.
But we've already established this is a land turtle, not a water turtle.
Right.
So.
Isn't it like turtle and tortoise?
Yeah. Turtle. So I guess now right now,
you could run wide open.
Dang, look at what Eddie's daily driver is.
Look at the interior.
Is he hiding? Eddie's hiding. Look at his daily driver.
Pimp lights in there.
But so I guess now we're gonna head to Brian's house, and we're gonna start to explain to you guys what we're about to do to the car. Because obviously we can't race, so we're about to put the car up on the trailer. All right, so the track didn't work out tonight, and we were either gonna do one or two things. We were trying to get that 9-second pass tonight to get my slip for my license passes, or we were gonna tear apart the motor and verify mechanical cam timing. I have several of my friends that have suggested this to me, and Brian has the cool tools to do it. So we're hanging out at Brian's shop tonight. As you see, I just got the bumper off and everything. Now, when we designed the turbo kit from VR, it's built all on this mount. So the mount is tabbed on twice, and essentially we can take all of this out in one shot. Now, I have not done this yet because it is really heavy. So I have Brian here. So I disconnected both of the V-bands on the headers. I disconnected the turbo drain, the turbo feed, the O2 sensor. Everything is disconnected to where we're literally about to pull out 2 bolts and this should come right out the front.
I'm
So,
working on something really important. Getting air conditioning.
and Brian is doing the best shop modifications one can do.
Freaking air conditioning.
It's called air conditioning. That way when we build my next car, it's gonna be an air conditioning.
I did not think that was part of the deal, but whatever.
All right, so nonetheless, here we go. This is happening. One bolt.
It's gonna clock it so we can take this out. So just kind
At least it can't go down. So,
Can you grab this one? Okay, you get back to your foot.
tilt down in the front. So I think we're caught up on feet. I can't get forward down there.
What do you need to go?
It's gotta like tilt.
There you go. Nice. Oh, we're good. Nice.
I've been dreaming of this moment.
Dude, that intercooler ain't your problem. That is not your problem.
All right, guys, so it is the next morning, and we're starting to dive into the engine now. Like I said, we're on the hunt to try to see if my mechanical cam timing is out of whack. Reason being, anything past 5,000 RPMs, my car literally loses power and falls on its face, which reflects in all my track times, because essentially from 400 feet out on the track all the way to the 1320, I'm past the 5,000 RPM threshold, which means the engine ain't making no damn power. So we have the setup now. Cool enough, Brian's timing wheel actually bolts to my balancer. So we have that set up. We put a little piece of welding rod there to put as a pointer. So basically we put a piston stop in, and I've done this in the past before already. I remember I'm making a video on it. You take this and you thread it into your spark plug hole. You rotate the engine one way until the piston hits. You write the number down, you rotate the engine to the other way until the piston hits. So we got 25 and 36.5, I believe. Brian wrote the numbers, he knows. And then what we're gonna do now is put this back at 0. We're setting up a dial indicator on the push rod. And to some magical numbers, Brian says, will be what it needs to be. Because I don't know how to do it. So we are thinking that the cam is too far advanced, which would explain why I have a whole bunch of low end power, but I don't have any top end power. And hopefully after today, well, we'll have at least an answer. So, yep, we're gonna keep digging. All right, so after laying under the car, spinning it over 10 million times with Brian doing all the fancy stuff with the dial indicator, we ruled out the hydraulic lifters. Well, we didn't rule out the lifters, but we took the pressure off of them by removing the rocker. And unfortunately, everything on the cam card is also translating to the engine, which unfortunately is not what we were hoping for. So we were hoping the camshaft was too far advanced, which would explain the power curve, but nothing makes sense at this point. And then all of a sudden we got Nick that just pulled up, and his big block work van burnout vehicle, and look what he's about to do. They're about to weld the diff on this thing. And I think the goal is he's gonna do a burnout tomorrow.
Maybe today.
We're gonna do a burnout today.
4th of July, America.
We gotta talk to.
Paint off.
Oh, did not the pen? Oh, hey, let me go ahead and wash your van for you.
I need to wash it today because it's.
Can you wash this piece?
You got the exhaust on it now.
Can you wash the? Oh, Nick did the exhaust on it. I haven't even seen it, to be honest.
Mufflers are
Damn.
not, they're just there.
Yeah, he's got mufflers now. I was telling Brian, it gives me a headache thinking the sound comes from this, because it sounds like a damn monster
It
truck.
sounds 10 times better now with the exhaust on.
So he's not going to start it because he's being a little girl, but I guess he's going to weld the diff, and then hopefully we're going to do a burnout today. That's a pretty big ring opinion, I must say.
It's really not. It's only the 12 volt one.
Oh.
It's not the 14 volt that everybody.
I don't know, it looks pretty big to me. But everything I have is Miata sized, so
Yours is fun sized.
it's fun sized. So, anywho, we I guess the saga continues on what the hell is wrong with my car to make it so slow.
You